Welcome guys to an episode of Is It Worth It? It's kind of worth it, pun intended. And today we're going to watch a video. As you can see over here is the ocean is way deeper than you think. We're going to have a look at that, see what we think, have a little talk about that. And that's basically the premise of it, because let's all face it, the ocean's pretty deep. We all know about James Cameron in his explorations, so I think it'll be interesting to watch this video, see what we think. The ocean is deeper than what you think. I'm sure it is, to be fair. It's a lot of water. You know, I've been in the sea. I remember when I was a kid and I went swimming with my uncle, and yo, when you just see a little wave come above your head, it feels insane.
Really
so here we go.
Deeper in fact than most of us realize. If you were to shave off all of the land from the tops of every continent and island in the world and fill up the ocean's deepest points with that land, then the entire Earth would be covered in an ocean 2 miles deep. 3/4 of our planet is already covered in water.
Yo, it makes you think you want to be on an area that, you know, if all the ice caps melt, you'll be alright. Like, I live in England, sort of in the centre, so I know I'll be safe.
And it goes
Gotta think
a lot
ahead,
deeper
man.
than just 2 miles. Let's start with a central scale.
Okay,
This dot right
there's
here
me.
is the size of an
Yo, that ain't like a scale size of me.
average human. This slightly larger dot is the size
That's
of an
my
elephant,
dick.
and
Oh.
this is the size of the largest ship ever built,
Oh,
the
that's it.
Nevis. With that
Okay,
in mind,
let's
let's start
go.
going underwater and
Shit.
see what we find out. The first milestone is at 40 meters below the surface, which is the maximum depth allowed for recreational scuba diving.
I don't know why
A
anyone
little
would
further
want
down
to
at
swim that
93
deep.
meters is where the wreck of the Lusitania was discovered, which is interesting because the Lusitania itself is 240 meters long. Which
Yo, that's
means
pretty
that
long,
it
man.
sank in water
Not
shallow
as long as other things.
than it is long, so if the ship was standing on its stern or bow, it would be sticking out of the water.
Okay, that ain't too deep
Just
then.
slightly deeper than that.
Yeah,
at
like, you'd be able to see me if I was swimming on my back then, couldn't you, underwater?
100 meters is where diving can become seriously fatal if you're not careful.
It's fatal
because of
there.
decompression sickness. But that
Okay.
didn't stop a man named Herbert Nitsch to accomplish
It never stops a man
free
named
diving world
Herbert. Any man named
at a
Herbert.
depth of 214 meters. This
Yo.
guy swam down to this level with just one single breath. But a little further down at 332
Yo, wish I had that
meters,
ability
we have
for
the
other
scuba
things.
diving world record, which was accomplished by another man named Ahmed
There's always
Herbert.
another man.
If he had swam down another 111 meters, then he would have reached the height of the Empire State Building if it
Yo.
was submerged underwater. And a little further than that,
Take a
at
lot of
500
manpower to do
meters
that.
below the surface, we arrive at the maximum dive depth of blue whales, the largest creatures on the planet,
It's
and
a-
also the
whales
limit
are
of the U.S.
big
Seawolf
ass.
class nuclear submarine.
Okay.
At 535 meters,
We're still
we
going.
witness the maximum dive depth of emperor penguins.
Yo, a penguin can dive deeper than a whale. Yo, who would have knew that? Can sharks go that low? Because you only think about, like, oh, sharks eat, you know, penguins and all that all the time. Just if they could go deeper, would a shark go under there? I don't know. I suppose that's why I'm watching this video. Maybe we'll find out.
This is when we must bring up the intensity of water pressure. At this level below the
Oh,
surface,
shit!
the water pressure exerted
Water pressure, man. Fuck you up, apparently. You ever seen a can when it falls down really deep and it just sort of goes into nothing? Yeah.
on a person or the penguins would be roughly equivalent to a polar bear standing on a quarter. So further down the depths at 830 meters would be the height of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the tallest building in the world.
Tallest building, yes. But I do believe that the building in Shanghai has the highest viewing platform, which is sick, by the way. Just a little knowledge there. It's probably wrong, but I think it's right.
Once we hit 1,000 meters below the surface, we begin to enter the scary zone. Light from the surface...
That's the scary zone. Just fathom that for a second. That is the scary
no
zone.
longer reach beyond this point, so the rest of the ocean below is shrouded in permanent darkness. On top of that, the water pressure you would experience at this point would be about the same as if you were standing on the surface of the planet Venus, meaning that you would die very quickly. You would also meet...
Hey, yo, you would die very
the
quickly.
giant squid at this sea level if the water pressure didn't already kill you. At 1,280 meters, we reach the maximum depth dived to by the leatherback sea turtle. And
yo,
further
sea
down at
turtles?
1,828
It's insane.
meters, we would reach the deepest part of the Grand Canyon were it to be underwater with us. Down at 2,000 meters, we start to
Does this
encounter
video
some
ever
of the
end?
more
Jesus.
terrifying sea creatures, like the ominously
2,000
named black
meters now.
dragonfish, a carnivorous beast with a stomach that doesn't allow light to be emitted through it. Meaning that since we're in total darkness underwater at this point, the only way you would ever see this thing is with a flashlight.
Just imagine you're in some sort of creature swimming down there and you can't fucking see that. You turn and you just... No way, man. Imagine that coming at you.
A little further down at 2,250 meters, we would reach the maximum depth dived to by both sperm whales and the very frightening colossal squid. Sperm whales often have sucker marks.
Look at the size of that thing. Yo, sucker marks.
And scars left on their bodies from battles with the colossal squid that likely take place at these incredible depths. The squids themselves can grow to be 14...
Can we just talk about that for a second? There's undersea epic battles between giant squids and whales. That needs to be a movie. That is awesome. That is so awesome. I wonder who's win. Like, who would win? I wonder if it's like just, you know, a battle between just two strong beasts. Could you imagine? I think I'd rather be the sucker. Not that, no pun intended. But just cling on like that.
Meters long and weigh up to 750 kilograms with eyes the size of a dinner plate and razor-sharp sickles in the middle of their tentacles.
Sickles? That's a good word.
Good luck with that down there. Way further
down,
good luck with that. 100 meters, we can find the wreck of the RMS Titanic.
Yo,
a bit past that, at 4,000 meters, we start to enter the abyssal zone of the ocean.
The abyssal?
Water pressure is at an astonishing 11,000 pounds per square inch down here. And there are numerous strange, almost alien-like creatures that inhabit these depths, such as the fang-tooth, anglerfish, and viperfish.
What are those, man? What are those things? Like, what are those things? You know? Jesus. Absolutely, let's look at it. Let's put it into a bigger screen, actually. Yeah, that's insane. What's that? What's this big thing here? Yo, we all know what that is, bro. God, I don't know why.
Down at 4,267 meters is the average depth of the ocean where you would normally expect to hit the floor, but there are parts of the ocean that go significantly deeper than even this. At 4,791 meters rests the wreckage of the battleship Bismarck sunk during World War II, and way down at 6,000 meters is the beginning of the Hadal Zone, named after the underworld Hades itself. The water pressure down at these depths can become 1,100 times.
I'll be honest with you. After he said, like, you know, you could crush you into a little, like, penny, water pressure has lost its meaning to me. I don't know how much that is. Okay, you know, my knowledge on water pressure and its numerical values are quite, you know, not very good at that. So, yeah.
What you would experience way back at the surface, which is roughly equal to an elephant balancing on a postage stamp, or a single person carrying the weight of 50 Boeing 747
Thank you. This is why this channel's sick. Check this channel out.
Down at these depths, you would be crushed immediately without any outside protection, but life still exists down here in various
of course it does,
forms.
man. Life exists anywhere.
At 6,500 meters, we reach the maximum depth that the DSV Alvin can dive to, a popular research submarine that helped to discover the Titanic. Way further down at 8,848 meters below the surface, and we have arrived at the height of Mount Everest, where it could be upside down and placed underwater. And then, way further past even at 10,898 meters, we arrive at the depth reached by James Cameron in...
There we go, James Cameron, here he is. The little Voyager, his little face. Have you seen a picture of him? Yo, that's alright, I know what that looks like as well. Just, it's green. That's mad, that is. That is absolutely insane that the sea goes that deep. And if you think about it, the sea is just an absolute shroud of mystery. Just like the brain, just like space. You know, space is still a shroud of mystery, and we know little about it. It's in our own back garden as well. And I was just thinking, imagine having tours under sea. Oh, that'd be sick. That'd be so sick. Here's a question. What would you rather do? Have a tour under sea, you know, at this depth, James Cameron's depth, or maybe go past our universe so you can see a bit further? I don't know what you choose. Me, I think I'd choose the universe one. You know,
2012 during the Deep Sea Challenger mission. The deepest point in the ocean yet reached by humans was back in 1960, though, when two men named Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard reached a depth of 10,916 meters using their Trieste submarine. It took them 5 hours to descend through the ocean to this depth, and they only stayed for 20 minutes.
5 hours? Yeah, okay. I understand that's a very long time to descend to near enough the bottom of the ocean. But if you want to get from Cardiff to Aberystwyth in England, guess how long that takes? 5 hours. So, what they're called now? Oh my god, I forgot the name. Arriva trains. This is a little announcement. It takes 5 hours to descend to 10,916 meters back in 1960. It takes me 5 hours to get from Cardiff to Aberystwyth, which is like just super close. I know it's super close because Cardiff's tiny, you know. Sort it out. Well, Wales is tiny. Alright, sorry about that. Didn't mean to hijack the video, but if this ever gets picked up by Arriva,
before a window cracked and they began to resurface. Just a bit further down from there at 10,972 meters, and we reached the average flight altitude of a commercial airliner. So if you've ever looked out of a window while on a flight and looked down to the ground, you get a good sense of how incredibly deep down into the abyss that we are currently at. Finally, when we hit 10,994 meters, we have hit the bottom of the known ocean, called the Challenger Deep.
The known ocean. There's probably a crack somewhere you can slip into.
Right here on this map, just about 300 kilometers.
Okay, yeah, that's the known ocean. It's a crack just there. But imagine, you know, majority of the sea is unexplored. So how many other cracks are there deeper? Do you understand? Do you understand? Pardon me. We won't cut that out though. We don't do that here on this channel. So there's a crack there that's known, and we've explored very little of the Earth's surface, you know, in considering the ocean.
Kilometers southwest of Guam Island. However, it is believed that there are almost certainly even deeper parts of the ocean than this that just haven't been discovered yet. It wasn't until 1997, after all, that the Sirena Deep was discovered with a depth of 10,732 meters, making it the second deepest known point in the ocean. It is estimated...
Which is right next to the first part of the ocean, you know, deepest part of ocean, so...
It is estimated that only about 5% of the ocean's floor has been accurately mapped, leaving the other 95% to be currently a mystery. It may be 95%. Only a matter of time before an even deeper part of our ocean...
95%, okay. I think that's a psychology... Because I think it's 0.05% for... what you call it now? You know, you do a statistical analysis on some research. Your p-value... I think it's a p-value. It's been a few years. Yeah. So still 95%. I think that's what psychology's p-value is. It may be 1%. Don't quote me on that. But that's insane. 95% is unexplored. That's insane. That's insane. 95%.
And who knows what we may discover there. So thank you for taking...
Okay, so thank you for watching the video, but first I need to talk about something. If 95% of the ocean is unexplored, correct? 95%, that means we only know, 5% of the ocean, okay? Great. And people ask why I don't swim in the ocean. That's why I don't swim in the ocean, because who the fuck knows what's out there? Nah. I don't fuck with the ocean. This is a little trivia fact. I don't like the ocean. More afraid of sharks though. But it's the things in the ocean. Like I don't like go swimming in the ocean because I don't know what's underneath me. It's like this feeling of dread that fills my heart. You know, a bit like it's awful because you don't know what is below you. You're swimming along. You're all happy as Larry, and then just something comes out the ocean. And you know what? People go, oh, that won't happen. That will never happen. Oh, nothing will ever come up out the ocean and kill you. But knowing me, I'd be the first statistic. Imagine it on the news. Yesterday morning, a new creature has been discovered after mutilating a young, ginger, 24-year-old lad from England. This is very unexpected. Do you always say that? Very unexpected. Of course, unexpected. It was never going to happen to anyone, but it happened to me. That's why I don't with the ocean. But it's mad how deep the ocean is. Being at the top of an airplane, looking down, and that's like roughly the depth. Yo. Okay. That's a lot of water. Hey, that's a lot of water. So much water. But yeah, there we go. We've learned something new together. That's me reacting to a how deep is the ocean video. And you know what? Yeah, it's very deep. Remember to like, subscribe, and what's the other one? Notifications, you know. Leave a comment. That's always helpful, you know. If it's going to be negative, that's alright. I'll probably like it. Passive. But yeah, do all those YouTube functions, and I will see you in the next episode.